There are moments in life when we meet someone and something inside us wakes up. Something silent, something we didn't even realize was asleep. We feel warmth, comfort, excitement, and suddenly the world looks softer, lighter, more meaningful. We call it love. We believe it is love. But not everything that feels deep is love. Sometimes it is something else, something that looks like love, feels like love, hurts deeper than love, but it is not love. It is attachment. And the difference between love and attachment is the difference between breathing and suffocating, between growing and shrinking, between holding someone's hand and trying to cage their soul. Love is a gift. Attachment is a burden. Love is like a gentle river flowing, calm and clear, giving life to everything around it. Attachment is like a stormy ocean, waves crashing, restless, constantly afraid of drowning. When you love someone, you want peace for them. When you're attached, you want possession over them. Love says, "May you find happiness even if it is not with me." Attachment screams, "I cannot be happy without you." One is pure, the other is fear wearing the mask of love. We often don't realize it, but many relationships start beautiful and end painful, not because love disappears, but because attachment takes over. When you love someone, you feel full. When you're attached, you feel empty without them. Love teaches you to stand tall. Attachment makes you kneel before your insecurities. Love gives wings. Attachment builds cages. Love inspires you to become more. Attachment convinces you that you are nothing without them. That is why people break more from attachment than from love. Love never destroys. Attachment does. Attachment blooms from fear, fear of losing, fear of loneliness, fear of not being enough. But love blooms from faith. Love believes, love trusts, love allows. When you truly love, you do not chain someone to stay. You do not beg for attention. You do not fight every second for validation. You simply give, you support, you breathe with ease, because you know what is pure remains, and what leaves was never yours. But attachment cannot accept this truth. Attachment tries to hold tightly, cling desperately, grasp hard even when the heart knows it is slipping away. The tighter you hold, the more it hurts. The more you force someone to stay, the more they want to run. There are many people who spend years in relationships thinking it is love, when it is simply fear of being alone dressed as romance. They imagine a future. They build dreams. They pour their entire identity into someone else, and then life shakes them, exposes their illusions, and they break. Not because love failed them, but because they tried to control what was never theirs in the first place. You cannot own a heart. You cannot cage a soul. Even if you hold someone physically, if their soul doesn't stay, the body means nothing. Love knows this truth. Attachment denies it. Love stands with dignity. Attachment kneels with desperation. Love speaks softly. Attachment shouts, cries, begs. Love listens. Attachment demands. Love is patient and slow. Attachment is restless and urgent. Love is choosing someone every day with peace in your heart. Attachment is needing someone every second because you fear they will disappear. True love is not loud. It is not noisy. It does not constantly say, "Mine." It whispers gently, "I am here, and even if life takes us apart, I still wish goodness for you." Love respects boundaries. Attachment has none. Love nurtures both hearts. Attachment drains both souls. Love wants to grow together. Attachment wants to possess. And many times, the irony of life is that the one who truly loves is not the one who holds tight, but the one who lets go when life demands it. Letting go is not weakness. Letting go can be the most loving act. To let go without hatred, without bitterness, without destroying yourself, that is love. Sometimes you think you can't survive without someone, but you do. Sometimes you think your world has collapsed, but slowly you find new strength rising from the ruins. You learn that your heart did not break from love. It broke from expectations. Expectations are heavy, painful, sharp. They dig into your spirit and shred your peace. Love does not expect. Love appreciates. Attachment says, "You owe me." Love says, "Thank you for the moments we shared." Attachment counts what you didn't get. Love cherishes what you received. Your worth is not connected to who stays or who leaves. Sometimes the wrong people leave, so you can become the right version of yourself. Sometimes God removes hands you are clinging to, so He can teach you to stand. Sometimes the door closes not to punish you, but to protect your destiny. And sometimes losing someone is not the end. It is the beginning of finding yourself. Look at the world. Look at the stars. Nothing real ever leaves its place. A flower doesn't beg bees to come. A tree doesn't chase birds. The ocean doesn't run after ships. Everything that belongs returns. Everything meant to stay stays naturally. Love flows. Attachment forces. Love holds with open palms. Attachment grips with fists. And fists cannot hold forever. They bleed. They shake. They lose strength. Open hands receive. Open hearts heal. Many people confuse intensity with love. Intensity feels exciting. Obsession, jealousy, constant texting, insecurity disguised as care. But intensity fades. And what remains? A tired soul, a disappointed heart, a broken self-image. Love is not intensity. Love is consistency. Love doesn't burn fast and vanish. It glows slowly, steadily, like a calm flame that warms without burning. Love strengthens your mind, calms your nerves, makes you feel safe in your own skin. Attachment makes you doubt, question, tremble, lose sleep, lose yourself. The most painful truth is this. Sometimes the person you think you cannot live without is the person keeping you from meeting the life you deserve. Sometimes we hold on because we fear emptiness, but releasing emptiness creates space for fullness. Healing begins when you stop chasing and start accepting. Peace begins when you stop begging and start believing. You do not lose someone who is yours. You simply lose someone who never truly belonged to your soul's journey. Love is not found by clinging. Love is found by being. When you become peaceful, independent, spiritually aligned, confident in your own worth, love is attracted to you, not forced, not chased, not begged for, simply drawn by your light. The more you heal, the easier love becomes. The more you attach out of fear, the harder everything gets. Sometimes God lets your heart break to pull you back to Him. He removes what you begged for because He heard conversations you did not, saw intentions you couldn't, understood the ending before you even saw the beginning. And when you finally surrender, when you let go, when you say, "God, I trust your plan more than my fears," then something magical happens. Your heart opens again. Not desperate this time, but wise. Not empty, but full. Not seeking to be saved, but ready to share love that comes from within. Do not fear losing people. Fear losing yourself while trying to keep someone who was never holding you in the first place. You were born to love, not to shrink. You were created to connect, not to beg. You deserve partnership, not possession. You deserve peace, not panic. You deserve love, not dependency, and real love will never ask you to destroy yourself to keep it. So breathe, loosen your grip, trust. What is meant for you is already written. What is not meant will pass through your life, like a wind that came to move the dust, so your true path becomes clear. Don't chase what runs. Don't cling to what slips. Don't cry for what was never yours. Value the love that frees you. Release the attachment that breaks you. You are not losing anything meant for you. You are simply learning the difference between a cage and a home, between pain disguised as comfort and love disguised as patience, between attachment that hurts and love that heals. And when you finally understand, when you stop confusing closeness with ownership, when you allow people to choose you rather than force them to stay, that is the day you will know love. Not dramatic, not desperate, not heavy, but peaceful, warm, steady, alive. Love that doesn't ask you to lose yourself. Love that holds your hand, not your throat. Love that walks beside you, not above you. Love that says, I choose you, but I do not own you. That is the love your soul deserves, and one day you will find it, or it will find you. Just don't break yourself for the illusion before you receive the reality. Let go with grace, love with purity, live with faith. And remember, the ones who are written in your destiny will always come with peace, not pain.